Boom. All right. First up, how's this microphone? We got a new one. We got some blue balls over here, so we're gonna see how this blue snow globe ball, whatever the thingamajigger works. So hopefully you can hear me just fine. You will tell me that. If not, then we'll figure it out from there. So good morning. Welcome to Morning Mindset. This is the October 17th edition of Morning Mindset. So what do we got here? We're halfway through the month. Means the month's half over, right? So where are you on your monthly goals? How have you been looking? That's what we're here for, is to help strive, help push each other to get to those goals. And by doing that, we need 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? Now, for us, we have DTF printing to do. We have temporary tattoos that need printed out. I have order supplies. I have invoicing and follow up on invoicing that needs paid. And I got to pay bills. So I need to send invoices, collect on those invoices so I can pay bills, folks. So that's what we got going on with there. Lots of always fun things, right? No, like, who likes paying bills? Actually, I do like paying bills, because when we have to pay bills, that means we're doing work, right? So when I have to order stuff, I'm like, yep, that means we're doing work. So I don't mind it. So what are your 5 things that you are going to do today? Another thing is, where are you at? How's the weather in your area? What's in your cup? It's 34 and sunny. It was chilly out this morning. And we got a little Monster Zero. So a little white Monster is what we're drinking this morning. But how was your weekend? I didn't feel the greatest. I'm still not at 100%. Still got somewhat of a headache. We've been trying different things to see if that will improve. But I can work for a little while, and then then I just need to take a break. And so that's what I've been doing. But Corey drug me out to an alpaca farm yesterday, so we could do some family pictures. So I think we should see some of those back today. So that was fun. We had a good weekend there. It wasn't horribly cold, but it's getting there. It's definitely getting there, when it's 50 degrees and windy. So we've got that. Now this week, we've got a busy week. I got to follow up with the contractor today for the place. They said everything would be ready to go Thursday or Friday. Of course, I was under the weather, so I didn't even check anything. And we rolled over there yesterday, and there was still some stuff that I was concerned about, things that I thought were going to get taken care of, things that were still out. So we made up a list and sending that over this morning to find out, hey, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? Just so we know. Because we just start painting. Tanika's movers are going to be in her shop on Wednesday, so we've got a busy 2 days along with everything else that goes on with it. And it'll be a fun and exciting week because we've got all the other work that comes on. So let's check in and see how people are doing this morning. Kelly, good morning to you. Darren, what's up? Brian, hello there. I'm guessing Mountain Dew is in your cup this morning, eh, Brian? Darren, I haven't seen the invoice yet. Darren, have we decided on artwork? Because remember, the artwork that came through for me was super wide, and there was a couple pieces missing and some hidden layers, and I didn't know what was there or not. I need artwork, brother. So, yeah, how about some artwork? We'll be gladly to do that for you. So send that over. What's up, Chuck and Darren? You said sound good. Hey, all right, then I'm down with that. Right? We're good. We got a mic that had no issues. It's a little ball right there. And I wasn't sure. I knew where my other one I needed to kind of sit with this, so I don't know if it's too far back or too far forward. We will adjust it and go from there. Jose, good morning to you. And Tanya, morning. Coffee in the cup, screen printing, pre-op. I'm like prep appointments, pre-op appointments, listing new designs, find time for self-care. Absolutely. And plan for me being gone. Absolutely. Good things with this. Find time for self-care, right? We have to take care of ourselves. If we're not taking care of ourselves, why are we doing this? Why are we working ourselves to the bone? Why are we stressing out over jobs that we shouldn't have taken in the first place? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Most businesses fail because we don't set proper plans in place. And what are you following up with? This? Hey, I'm putting a plan in place for me being gone. I'm setting, like, even this pre-op appointments. They do stuff beforehand, right? They just don't show up and say, all right, we're going to do this. No, you have appointments beforehand to make sure everybody's on the right page and everything's good to go. We need to do that in our business as well. With us setting up for the new business, I'm starting this one up pretty much, from the ground up. Even though there's two businesses behind it, this is going to be a completely different business, and I'm already looking to scale of where it needs to be. I said, hey, if it doesn't do a quarter million in that first year, I'm not necessarily sure if I'm going to be happy with it. I said very easily it should be, $1 million business within 5 years. Here's what it's laid out. Here's how we can do it. And that's what we do, set a plan in place. Now, some of you may look at that and be like, holy crap, that's crazy. It's not, though. When you do math, and especially backwards math on stuff, it's not difficult to do. And especially on our side of it, I would say a good 30 to 40% of that is going to be outsourced work. So while there may be, a $5,000 job, there may only be a profit in it of $500 or $1,000. So not a huge profit, but we also did no work. So we could have a $5,000 day, do no work, make money, continue doing the things that we're doing. So, that's my goal. As I said, each month is a $20,000 month, 240,000. We're just calling it 250 there. Here's how we're going to set to go it. We'll have to, more local marketing. That was the thing that we got away from. It's been 3 years. 2019 was the last time that we really had the storefront, because 20, 21, 22, we didn't. And so some people forgot we were here. Well, now's a great time to start fresh. And that's what we're going to do with a new, woman-based business. I'm going to do my best to support both of them, and take the tools that I've learned throughout the years, the principles that I have, and say, here, this is what I'm going to do, and we'll continue to build our business on the other side. The other thing is I have talked to a few different people about redoing the page and that. So we've got some logos that are being worked on. We've got some banners that are being worked on that. But yes, everything here will be switching over to Crafting to Cash. So we've got that squared away. We're working on that this week because we're going to try and do a relaunch of everything at the same time. Crafting to Cash was what the YouTube channel will be named. And then we'll be able to more easily be found, when people are looking for things. They're not looking for Fat Dad Wholesale, or if they're looking for fat dads, it's a totally different type of fat dad they're looking for. So to try and make this more about what it is, we're about helping turn those people, their crafts to cash, right? Hey, how did we start with this? And the principles work across the board. It doesn't matter if you're a woodworker, if you're a screen printer, if you work with embroidery, crochet, if you have a talent, we can help you turn that talent into a business. Principles are the same amongst it all. You got to know what your numbers are. You got to price correctly, right? That's the big thing about doing it all. Curtis, 36 degrees and sunshine. Headed to the doctor's appointment, put decal this afternoon. So, hey, that sounds like a good one. Ustav, good morning to all work all weekend, and this week is Adobe Max. Hey, sounds like you're going to have a fun week. It is flipping cold here. We're way south of you, and I feel like it's cold here. Windy has its 37 this morning, coffee in the cup. And Darren, I thought we decided on size. I'll message you. Yes, message me, because last I helped me. I know there was a couple things that looked like they were missing in one file and not there in another. So yes, we will get that squared away from you. Curtis, sounds good. Awesome. Love it. Renee, hi, here, but not here. Team replay. Okay, good. We'll see you on the replay. Good to know. Wendy, 5 things. She's got 2 screen printing jobs: payroll, weekly production schedule, product ordering, and invoicing. Which, here's something for those that are not part of OSG. If you're not part of it, sorry. But if you are part of it, make sure to go in the private members group and check out Wendy's board. Now, we did something similar with our board and our job ticket holders, but as we were going through that and looking at combining 2 different businesses, having a third business there and a fourth one, we did something that's going to be a little more easy to manage. And so we're going to take a blended effort of what our board is and what Wendy's board is and put them 2 together. So make sure to go check that out and see how Wendy has her set up, because if you're doing production, it doesn't matter if it's just you, it's going to keep you a lot more organized than me. I have to physically move things, right? I have to move things from here to here. It makes me feel accomplished. Check things off boxes. Doing it online is okay, but it means I have to enter it in. I have to do that when I have an order form, like here. This is half of the stuff from this weekend. When I have stuff that comes in, I can then put it with something and send it on its way. So, we've used job tickets, but with what we're looking at doing, it might be a little bit big. So those job tickets might go in the boxes or the containers that will hold the product for those jobs. And then Wendy's idea comes into play perfectly. So really excited. Glad you're feeling better. Thank you again for the stickers. The clients love them. Awesome. Yeah, we did some stickers for Wendy, and they were short time turnaround, and we got them out to them. And I'm glad about that. And yeah, I thank you for feeling better. For me feeling better. I mean, it's still it feels like I got two people in my head wanting to fight to get out right behind my eye, and so I can start to feel it, and just right here with it. We'll get there. We'll figuring out. But work for a little, go from there. Work for a little, go from there. A friend in the business did 2.5 million in sales last year, but only profit 30K. Not all jobs are profitable. Absolutely, 100%. Not all are profitable, and a lot of them are little profit. When you're doing huge numbers, right? You're doing huge numbers. What does that mean? You have a huge team, so everybody has to get paid. It's crazy that when you have employees, things want to get paid. I mean, we had a $3 million business that was losing money every year. It was just because the numbers weren't where they needed to be. So I came in and helped clean those up of how we could become more efficient on things. A lot of it was just in labor that we were paying. At that time, we were paying people anywhere from $25 to $50 an hour. And in drive time, that time has to be accounted for and paid by someone. And when you're having somebody drive out of their way 35 minutes between appointments, it goes there and they got 4 hours of window time. I mean, somebody that's $30 an hour, it's $120 a day. So how can we become more efficient? So we had to get more efficient on our scheduling and the way it was. We did bulk scheduling. So when we would do cleaning checks, here's the neighborhood. How many of those can we get? Because, hey, if I can get 5 in that neighborhood done, that's going to save me a lot of time. So it was how we got that, knowing what our numbers were and becoming more efficient on pricing, because, hey, there are different price points for after hours if we have to open up shop, if we have to do that. So that needs to be accounted for. So finding your numbers, knowing what it is, just because you do a lot doesn't mean that you make a lot. When you do a lot, you have to spend a lot. And that's where it usually always gets you. You just scale, but if you're not scaling the right way, any of your debts are scaling with you as well. So I do know from where our business is, from where her business is, and then what we can create with the new one, that I don't see any reason that we shouldn't be. And I'm going to sit down and kind of plan it out more so I can see where things are and push it there. But yeah, if we don't do 250 that first year, I'm going to be disappointed. I'm going to be disappointed because then I know I failed, and it would be either in our marketing efforts. It won't be in the quality of work, and it won't be in the customer service. It'll be because I haven't went out there and made sure to connect with the people for the jobs. Take that back. I haven't when it helped the girls do that by saying, hey, these are the places that we can talk to, the places that we can meet. How can we get more involved in the community? There's a couple different projects that we're looking at as a whole to do. So I'm excited to help them grow that while, Fat Dad continues to grow too. All right. Good morning, Facebook user. I have no clue who you are. Facebook user doesn't always play nice with StreamYard. So remember, if you just head over to fatdadlive.com or liveosg.com, we will be able to see who you are. But back to your comment, Chewbacca and I passed our service dog training. Congratulations to you. This week, we're working on 150 coasters and 150 keychains. This is a big job quantity-wise for my company. That's awesome. Hey, there is no job that is too small or too big for somebody else. Like, we all started somewhere, right? I remember, when I got, like my first 12 shirt order, we were just doing vinyl, and it was like, oh, hey, yeah, all right, cool. And then it was like, oh, here's the first 100 shirt order. And then it was like, here's the first 500 shirt order. And then here's the first $25,000 order. And it was like, holy crap. And then I realized that there's places that do that every day, right? Like, I was super excited, and there's other places like, yeah, we need to have that per day, otherwise we can't stay in business. And you're like, what? And like, yeah, we need to have, realistically, we need to have $1,000 in business a day. We need to have $5,000 in business a day. And you're just, when you look at those scaled operations, that are running, an auto, 2 autos, 3 autos, 4 autos, it's just crazy. But you can scale however you want. There's plenty of business out there for everybody. And nobody says you have to scale that big either. On average, single person, business, $150,000 a year is what depending on how much of the production you were doing, you should be able to handle by yourself. When we did, anytime we were looking at hiring new employees, we had to realize that each new employee was going to cost us roughly $100,000. That's why there had to be $100,000 in sales. And what does that mean? It's okay. Well, you have an employee that's going to make $40,000 a year. So if you're going to do any kind of product where you're looking at, let's just double the numbers. That's 80,000. So add in everything else that goes with it. It was about an employee is $100,000 in sales. So every $100,000 in sales, that's what we could justify hiring a new employee. Okay, here it is. If we can do this, we can have this. If we can do this, we can do this. And it made it a lot easier to look at the numbers to see, okay, can we increase more time? It's even on 4-day work weeks. Looking at different people and how they have set up. You do your 4-10s. Some feel like, man, by the end of that 10-hour shift, people are just drained and beat, and so it's not for them. While others feel, hey, we can do that because then every weekend's a 3-day weekend. Is either one of them wrong? No, neither one of them's wrong. You're going to do what works for you and your business. If working the 4-10s works, if working the 5-8s work, it's however you set up. You're in charge. Make sure to do that with there. Patrick, good morning to you, buddy. Yeah, it has been a long one. You've been a traveling man out there with Juliet. And we got, Romeo. Is Romeo still coming this year? But you've been a traveling man. This week is Printing United. Now, we are not going to go to Printing United. I made the personal decision to not go just because anything that was going to be education based seemed to be a lot of vendor based education, which means if I went there, the education was most likely going to be education on their product, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But that was one of the main reasons to attend shows, is to get a broader educational experience, to find out new marketing things, new what's going on in the industry, learn new things across the board. So you can still do that in those booth settings with it, but I just felt the classroom is where it was really at. And, hey, they didn't have it. So looking at what it was going to cost us to be out there for a week, it was $3,000 a week to go out there. That's a trip to Mexico easily. Add into the fact that we're also going to, now we have the storefront that we plan on having the soft opening November 1st. That's taking a week off, pushing things behind to be able to do that. Maybe not the smartest decision. We are still looking at Print Hustlers, which is in just 3 weeks away, right? That's November 5th, 6th, and 7th, which I love that because that's a that's a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, with the actual meat of everything on Sunday. So technically we could fly in on Saturday and fly out on Monday. For me, I could do that out of Chicago, and it's really cheap if I wanted just to, drive up there and fly out on Saturday and then come back on Monday. So that might be that we're still looking at that, and then just, get a cheap hotel and call it good. So if anybody is heading down there, Brian, I'm looking at you. Have you decided if you're going? It's something that we can talk about and go there. It should be fun. It should be exciting. I think one of the things that we all look at our businesses along the way is I've always wanted to surround myself with people who are way better at something than I am, because I want to learn, and until I want to be able to help those behind me, overcome those things that I did. So, as I learn more, I pass that knowledge on. I'm not gatekeeping, much of anything. There are some things that, hey, you pay to play, right? You learn, I paid for this training. I paid to take this class. I paid for that. I'm not just going to give you the information. You can take the class just as well as I can. You can sign up to training for this. You can go to this seminar. You can go to this retreat. You can do all of this too. And so don't be upset sometimes if someone, just won't readily give you information. Google kind of made it feel that way, that everybody should be able to give up everything. And if you want to go searching for it, go for it. But when it comes to actual meat and potatoes and how things are done, sometimes you got to pay to play. And that's just part of it. For me, if I want to grow my business, I definitely have to jump out of my comfort zone and get involved with people who I feel I'm not in their league with. And that's perfectly fine by me. I need to get in there and be like, I'm ready to learn and help, so that way I can in turn help the people behind me. It's part of the fun. I think everybody can be a business owner. I don't know if everybody should be one, but everybody can be one. There's a lot that goes into it. There's the blood, sweat, and tears. that go into it. There's also, beers that go into it, but you have to be willing to make sacrifices, and you have to realize, it just might not be for you, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. There are things that you just learn that, hey, you know what? This is not for me. I thought it was, but it's not. I'm cool with just making stuff here and there, and that's fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Better to learn that now than 10 years down the road, when you're thousands of dollars in debt and can't collect, and you're trying to figure everything out, and you want to declare bankruptcy and sell everything off. We don't want to get you to that point. We want to get you fine before everything like that. But here it is. We're 20 minutes in. It is Monday, October 17th. I think we're going to try Tuesday with Todd tomorrow night. We're going to try. We might do a live because I think internet is tomorrow, right? Internet is tomorrow at the new place. If internet is early tomorrow at the new place, then I need to get over there and set that up. So we might go a stream live from there. Not a whole lot of info, but more of let's show off. Here's what we're going to do and move stuff around. But as tomorrow, we'll be back with a double bundle drop this week. We'll be back Wednesday for morning mindset. But until then, you guys have an amazing day. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.